Beanoblack, folks, and basically this is what they've been basically spinning you away from. You've been seeing the news media, which is a propaganda machine, every one of them, and they're all tied to your federal government. And they always will keep you under control because they have to spin you out to keep dissension between the people, because otherwise somebody can get control of all of the people and could control everything. So they have to turn around and sell themselves, the government, as that they are taking care of everybody in the country at one time, and they're not really. They're just taking care of all. You look up who, you follow the money, okay? So the actual fact, I actually don't like these two in the middle. I don't like them. I don't even really like this, because I have to be able, you know, but then I can also, that's why I got my own channels going too. So like when you go to my channel, remember on the right hand side that I've got links that you can go to and start getting rid of these trails of this cyber stealing that they do, and they've been doing it for years. They've been doing it ever since the phone lines were first hooked up. And remember, this is all a phone call, okay? So remember these cases, because these cases can, you know, this is the standard, okay? So why are they? And then you know, anything to get them out of, you know, because they legally don't have the right. They need to serve you a subpoena. They actually need to serve you a subpoena. Everything is going to the lawyers thing, basically the bar. You got to do business with the bar, or you basically, and that's not true. You can be your own lawyer. You just need to study and know the law. And this is basically what they cram down you. Now this is a good article, and you can go to Wiki and look that up. And this, I'll scroll down to this, and this is basically what's being jammed up everybody's ass. Okay, they're basically putting a microphone in everybody, which they already had. They're just making it legal and telling you that they're there. Then we're going to see basically what happened back in the 60s during the Nam War and everything like that, because up in Colorado they did what they did. And then you also have the richest people in the world who have FCC licenses. And remember, this is a phone call, and they hate the internet. Okay, they hate that, but they want to get on there. They want to get all the phones hooked up to it. Now you have these, and then there's this is basically from, and you've got him and the other cyber, and this all connects because this is all, you know, inside job, and this is all, you know, what we're going to see in the next few pages. I'll just show you. Now remember, I might be able to give you some of the footage of the guy. Basically, this is PSYOPs. Remember, this is the proportion of what this is about. You can read that right there. That stands for alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Okay, so there is, and then it goes back to Obama, and Obamacare is what Obamacare is. He's out for the doctors. Okay, so Obama is a doctor supporter. So the idea that if you want to take care of your own medical yourself and not pay for it. And then basically this is the factual what it's all about. Now this is a PSYOP picture that basically a lot of agencies are putting up on the deal. Because basically no one got their neck, throat cut, everything like that. He's not allowed to talk. And then if the government did do that, then there's their cut man right there, and he's got gloves on. So they show you how to do it if you ever want to do things and get away with it. Make sure you put rubber gloves on. Make sure you use a scalpel. And make sure because he's got his buddies that he's got radio contact with and everything like that. Nobody's going to bother them because they are Criminal Intelligence Agency, Crime Incorporated Association, CI, whatever letters you want to say, C, I, and A. So the facts bleed out really true, and then these are getting opt-out. These shots here, they're getting that the guy pummels out of the deal, and then there is factual that the idea that they, you know, the feds have known these guys for 5 years, okay, and then you get to the truth, and then these different agencies, this guy here, and then this guy here, they act like they're arguing. They're not. They're on the same page, which is good. The people, the richest, the poorest people in the world that own this agency there, that they've been in the government for a long time. You can go research him. He actually is your transportation guru. He's in the feds. His family's been there. One of his family members was vice president of the United States for a while, and then Watergate and all kinds of things. So, and this is all factual here. And then they got a nice picture if you look around the internet too. He's holding a gold gun. Golden 45, and basically he is. And then this is all to get his ass out of the country, and he's going to get deported. And then he can't, you know, the psyops, he's got throat injuries, he won't be able to talk, he'll have to write everything down. And then remember that this, I'll go back to finding my page of, this here owns, I believe, in actual factual, it owns this station, which is not this station, okay? This is another propaganda machine of the federal government, along with the one that is privately owned, that there's a name down on here, and then basically there is probably a job available because she's doing double duty. That's how tightwad that the guy that owns the actual station at least sells them the licensing, whoever owns this station, because the idea that it's just a front person. And this person actually, she's an anchor on the show. And she does double duty. She's the director, and she's also an anchor on the show. So she's the boss. All the guys around there have to listen to her. And it's kind of a big joke, because one of the richest men in the world, he's the one that sells a license for this station. And then this guy's from Virginia. And the reason he's gone, someone coaxed him into saying what he said and put it on the, he doesn't want him around. They don't want that federal operative around their news station. And it's up here, and I don't know anything about this state. It's kind of an interesting state. The economy's doing pretty good up there. So anyway, a lot of stuff out of Texas is hiding in the shadows these days, it looks like. So, but anyway, it's something from that kind of religious cult from down that way ends up doing, or something within the black op agencies ends up doing what was done on a college campus a long time ago. Because I'll give you the footage from this here. This guy, he knows who shot him and everything like that, and he knows that nobody's going to do anything to him, because basically he knows that more than likely it's all, yep. And then we're going to give you the footage here, because I'll pop this up full. And you want to see a bunch of meese, and no, everybody's a human being. I would have moved my ass out of the area too. Okay, so don't anybody take it the wrong way, that anybody that was there. But it's just factual that's going on here. So they pulled off what they did back in the 60s. I'll get rid of the audio here. All it is a helicopter buzz going on. Everybody scatters. Now, the control, where they had their vehicle with their guys ready to go and everything like that, well, because they knew, they must have had all the permits and everything to have this going and everything like that. But remember, they got shot in the leg. 2 people got shot in the legs. And the other person, you know, he's sitting there looking at, you know, you guys with, and then he's, you know, he was looking at the conspirators that basically did the shooting. Was the person with the black pants and the baton. So remember the shooting down in anyway, flags at half-mast there. So then the actual fact, remember they did this on a college campus a long time ago. Now, I don't know what this was at. This was, I think it's at a city center or something like that. So anyway, they dispersed everybody pretty fast. It's pretty easy to get rid of everybody when you basically just go shoot a couple people in the legs. And the other person was shot. And I hope they're doing okay. So anyway, it's all about, the doctors, you got to be careful. The doctors, they don't want to lose the business. So if you're being your own doctor, which is perfectly legal, and I'm pro that. I'm actually pro constitutional rights and everything like that. But everybody's trying to make it so that you have to get a lawyer about everything. You don't need a lawyer. Just follow your constitutional rights. Don't break the law. Then these people were all not breaking the law, and there's lots of people that are being their own doctor that are not breaking the law. So this is all actual footage, and then it just basically it's taking up a lot of video time here, but you can go watch this. I don't know if I'll have time to give the link, but it's just basically a Denver station. Ended up having the helicopter going up in the air, and then they were all ready to do what they were going to need to do. Nice bikes. Nice bikes. I like those bikes. Looks like mine. So anyway, actually one of them does look like my bike. I wonder if my bike's there. No, my bike's not there. I got my bike in the garage. So anyway, I wonder if those are pig bikes. Oh my god, you could, hey, when they get done with those, you could actually get another bike and a little bit, you know, lower price. So anyway, we got action going, pretty much spinning you out of control, and then so you don't pay attention to this. But they basically cram this up everybody's butt. So basically, now you have to go to you-know-who more often now, because they're going to be violating the people's rights. They violate your rights every day. So, and then basically you're caught in their system. You're caught in their system, which you don't have to be. You just use your constitutional rights and do it the intelligent way. And eventually you might end up having to do, but the idea that you remember, you can always fire a lawyer, and you can always get rid of the judge too. There's ways to do that. So it's all about cramming this up your pahootie hole, and they've done it. Okay, and now they've been doing it for years, and they're just going to keep spying on you. And now they have a little bit more of a way to legally, and then so you just have to. You really don't need a lawyer. You just need to argue that they need to subpoena you. Your federal government has to subpoena you, or local areas. Anything with enforcement has to subpoena. Okay, and then they get mad about sharing factuals, inside jobs, and stuff like that. Richest people in this country and in the world fighting with each other, and then controlling people and having their, you know, warlords on State Department payrolls, and get mad about you sharing that they're psyoping. And even though, you know, they're the one that shared this picture, I'm sharing it with you too, but the idea that I'm not making you the fear factor, this is all an act right here. And all that stuff in that hoax was a hoax, and the other Sandy hoax was a hoax, and it's all to get you to lawyer up. You've got to lawyer up. You've got to go spend money on a lawyer, which you don't really need to for your constitutional rights. Okay, you don't. And this is all an act. This is all an act. And yeah, they might have had to go along because they were double agents. I mean, they're even telling you in here in the information, double agents. We're double agents, and then they're telling you that they're double agents, but that's actually, you know, it is the truth. They said that they were 5 years ahead. And then you got to realize who, you know, this up here in this picture, I think he's up there. Well, it doesn't matter. He could, and then this headline is correct. Okay, it's actual fact. But then you also got like triple agents. I'm pointing to a triple agent, and he's a propaganda machine. The only thing is good is that I'm not pro-Cubama, so he goes after that guy. And then you got this triple agent. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the guy's show, okay? I like the people that are controlling. I mean, at least I like he's pro-gun. I'm pro-gun. If you're an American, constitutional rights, the Bible, everything like that, because otherwise they take everything away from you, okay? But see, he supports all this too, and I do too. I mean, I support, but I don't really like this, and I don't really like this. Anybody who tricks you into saying, putting your legal, because you're legally putting your, and see now the government is sniffing and and this guy's got English person on his deal, so he's a quasi, you know, he's got quasi things. But pro-gun is cool, because at least he doesn't like the one that's working at CNN. But remember, CNN gave you the footage of the guy being naked, getting put in the squad car in Boston and stuff like that, okay? So there's a good possibility that no one ever got ran over and everything. So we have agents. We have a psyop propaganda, black boxes, no-name agencies, onions, peels and peels going on. And remember, you know, because one part of the onion is supposed to have gotten a divorce. Well, he didn't get a divorce, but he quit. He told Cubama, the doctors, remember, Cubama's the doctors, okay? So this guy's pretty decent. Go watch his stuff. Not bad. I don't like him. I just like the show. And it's a good show. They've got just a heck of a show going on. But now, see, the feds had him propagate this, but also they got another agency also to feed you this. And then at least they tell you the truth. It's just lawyer up. And it's not just them on the ground. It's you on the ground with the facts and the truth. Because you need to realize that they're doing this to you. And then you really need to realize you just got to stick up for your rights. You don't need to be hiring a lawyer for everything. Your Constitution is free. Your rights are free. You have a right to a trial every day. Okay, a trial by your peers. Okay, and then bleed the truth out at that trial. So they've got this masquerade that's going on. They've got a hell of a problem with their masquerade that's going on, because they covered up that this got slammed into effect. Okay, you got to watch your dates on this. So all this, and so I'm going to hurry up and throw some Space Daddy in factual too, and then watch my. I'm going to have about 3 or 4 videos today